Before diving into this groundbreaking update, make sure to subscribe, give this video a like, and press the bell icon so you never miss a single Chicago Bears update. We bring you real football talk, real analysis, and no fluff, just like you deserve. Let's begin with one powerful truth. The Chicago Bears are no longer the forgotten team of the NFC North. Yes, the 2024 season was brutal. The Bears finished with just 5 wins. But look beyond the record, and you'll see something different. A team that lost at least 5 close games due to poor decisions, failed execution, or simple bad luck. Think of the tipped field goal against Green Bay, the heartbreaking Hail Mary loss to Washington, and a missed opportunity against Detroit on Thanksgiving. These weren't blowouts. They were winnable games. Lost not due to lack of talent, but lack of readiness. Now, fast forward to 2025, and this Bears team has undergone a full-scale identity shift. Let's start at the top. Gone is Matt Eberflus, replaced by the offensive mastermind Ben Johnson. Johnson's arrival brought immediate changes. Playbooks are sharper, the offense is more dynamic, and the locker room culture has flipped. Johnson isn't just an X's and O's guy, he's a motivator and a leader. This upgrade alone positions Chicago to surprise the league. Then comes the roster evolution. General manager Ryan Poles went to work in free agency and the draft. The Bears added offensive linemen like Jonah Jackson, Joe Thuney, and Drew Dalman, turning last season's biggest weakness into a strength. In free agency, Chicago made smart additions like pass rusher Dayo Odeyingbo and cornerback Grady Jarrett, bolstering the defense with proven talent. But the most exciting moves came in the draft. The Bears selected tight end Colston Loveland and wide receiver Luther Burden, 2 young playmakers who are expected to make an immediate impact. Though injuries slowed their spring participation, expectations remain sky-high. Add names like Ozzie Trapilo, Javon Turner, and Kyle Manangai, and the depth chart looks completely refreshed. One thing is certain. The Chicago Bears are the most improved team in the NFC North, maybe even in the entire NFL. Their only notable departures were Keenan Allen, who remains unsigned, and Tevin Jenkins, who signed on as a backup in Cleveland. That alone says plenty about the strength of Chicago's rebuilt roster. The Bears didn't just reload, they reinvented themselves. Let's get one thing straight. The other NFC North teams aren't standing still, but they're dealing with big problems. And that gives the Bears an unexpected but very real shot. Let's start with the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota is handing the keys to rookie quarterback J.J. McCarthy. While the Michigan product has strong leadership traits and physical tools, he's still an unknown. He's never taken an NFL snap. Until he proves he can handle the speed, complexity, and physical toll of the NFL, he remains a question mark. This isn't a preseason scrimmage anymore. And even if McCarthy has talent, rookie quarterbacks often hit bumps. Is he ready to lead a playoff contender? That remains to be seen. Then there's the Detroit Lions. Everyone loves their grit and talent, but they took a massive hit this offseason. Detroit lost their offensive coordinator Ben Johnson and defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn, 2 of the most critical figures behind their rise. Johnson's offensive creativity and his work with quarterback Jared Goff elevated Detroit to elite status. With both coordinators gone, along with 6 more assistants, this isn't the same Lions machine we saw last year. And let's talk about Jared Goff. While he has posted excellent numbers over the past 3 seasons, his best work came under Johnson's system. Without Johnson calling plays, it's fair to wonder if Goff can maintain that level. Can he still throw for 4,500 yards and 30-plus touchdowns? Possibly. But the more likely outcome is regression. A drop to 25 touchdowns and 13 interceptions could swing 2 or 3 games. That's all it takes to shake up a division. Now to the Green Bay Packers. They have a talent problem and an identity crisis. Jordan Love has shown flashes, but consistency remains his biggest challenge. In 2023, he had 1 spectacular half season and 1 forgettable one. In 2024, injuries and doubt crept in. At times, head coach Matt LaFleur looked reluctant to fully trust Love, instead relying heavily on Josh Jacobs and the ground game. In their playoff loss to the Eagles, Love looked overmatched, throwing 3 interceptions and forcing the Packers to scale back their offense. The defense? A mess. Jair Alexander was cut. The cornerback room is thin. Pass rush? Mediocre at best. For a franchise used to winning 10-plus games a year, this Packers team feels oddly incomplete. All 3 rivals have issues. But the Bears? Their stock is rising. New leadership, a deeper, younger, faster roster, a quarterback of the future, a team on the edge of something big. Let's take a quick time out here. If you're enjoying this breakdown and want non-stop Chicago Bears content all season long, now is the time to subscribe, smash that like button, and ring the bell so you never miss a beat. Share this with your fellow Bears fans. Let's build this community together. Now, back to the action. So what will it take for Chicago to actually win the NFC North? It's not just hope, it's a blueprint. Here it is. 1. Caleb Williams must deliver early. Rookie quarterbacks face pressure, but Caleb isn't just any rookie. He's a former Heisman winner with elite arm talent, off-script creativity, and mental toughness. He doesn't need to be perfect, but if he can throw 25 touchdowns with under 15 picks and manage games effectively, that alone could fuel a 9-10 win season. With the playmakers around him and Ben Johnson designing the offense, Williams is positioned for success. Second offensive line must gel fast. New pieces like Jackson, Thune, and Dalman need chemistry. Protecting Caleb is non-negotiable. If this unit can provide stability early in the season, the Bears' offense could be explosive. 3. Young playmakers must pop. Loveland and Burden are critical. If one becomes a consistent weapon by mid-season, Chicago suddenly has matchup nightmares across the board. Add in veterans and a growing run game, and this offense could be sneaky good. 4th, defense needs takeaways. With new additions on the front 7 and a retooled secondary, turnovers will be key. This isn't about dominating every snap, it's about momentum swings. If the defense can force 2 takeaways per game, it changes everything. 5. Win the close games. Last year, Chicago lost at least 5 winnable games. Flip 3 of those and the season looks different. With better coaching and execution, this team can finish games. So here's the bottom line. While Minnesota, Green Bay, and Detroit deal with identity shifts and big roster changes, the Bears are building something stable, sustainable, and dangerous. They are no longer just a rebuilding team. They are contenders. So let's ask the big question. Why not the Bears? Who wins the NFC North in 2025? Let us know in the comments. CHI for the Bears, DET for the Lions, GB for the Packers, or MIN for the Vikings. This is the start of something special. Buckle up. Bear down.